As the great Winnie the Pooh said, doing nothing often leads to the very best something. In a world that values productivity, the act of doing nothing may seem strange. Doing nothing is all about taking time for yourself to enjoy the present moment, and oftentimes that doesn't have value for people. However, we need to reframe what mindfulness and taking a breath and putting thoughts out of your mind means. It is an act of productivity because you are taking care of your brain health. In this video, you will learn why mindfulness is not a waste of time and can increase productivity. And you'll get some inspiration from Winnie the Pooh. "What I like doing best is nothing," said Christopher Robin. "How do you do nothing?" asked Pooh after he had wandered for a long time. "Well, it's when people call out at you just as you're going off to do it." "What are you going to do, Christopher Robin?" And you say, "Oh, nothing," and then you go and do it. It means just going along, listening to all the things you can't hear and not bothering. Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne. This is a quote from the final story in the last book written for the Winnie the Pooh series, in which Christopher Robin and Pooh come to an enchanted place, and we leave them there. Christopher Robin has to leave the forest, so all the animals sign a poem that Eeyore has written. Upon taking it to Christopher Robin, he begins to read it. And as he does, each animal leaves little by little until just Pooh remains. The two go off to the enchanted place in the forest where Christopher Robin knights Pooh as Sir Pooh de Bear. Christopher Robin then explains that he has to leave and he can't do nothing anymore. But he hopes that Pooh will come and sit in the enchanted place even when he's gone. Pooh promises, and the two then go off together to do something. The story is symbolic of the innocent stories coming to an end and that there is a great big world out there to go explore now. The last line goes, "But wherever we go and whatever happens to them on the way in that enchanted place, on the top of the forest, a little boy and his bear will always be playing." The Winnie the Pooh stories are criticized for simplicity and lacking purposeful subtext. They take place in an imaginary world of innocence separated from real-world issues and problems. But that is exactly what we need sometimes. While surrounded by the troubles of our world, to be able to go to a place and sit with no thoughts. One of the biggest obstacles to get into a mindfulness practice is feeling like you are doing nothing, which means wasting time. I have many clients that say they feel like they are being unproductive when they just stop to breathe and that they have too many things on their plate to stop. In a world that values productivity, the act of doing nothing may seem strange. Doing nothing is all about taking time for yourself to enjoy the present moment, and oftentimes that doesn't have value for people. However, we need to reframe what mindfulness and taking a breath and putting thoughts out of your mind means. It is an act of productivity because you are taking care of your brain health and building neuroplasticity. Mindfulness is more than just a coping strategy or wellness practice. It actually can change the physical makeup of our brains. Researchers found that over time, participants who practiced meditation and mindfulness increased the gray matter in brain regions associated with memory, learning, and focus. It's been found to be beneficial for self-regulation, calming, and anger management. The practice of mindfulness helps us gain control over our thoughts and emotional reactions, which can shift our relationship with pain. This can be an especially useful tool for people who experience chronic pain. Research shows that mindfulness can reduce pain by 50%. Therefore, doing nothing and taking a few deep breaths can be productive if you struggle with any of these things or just want to improve your brain health. So when you are doing nothing, you really are doing something for yourself. It may still feel difficult to get started. No one expects you to meditate for hours. In fact, research shows that just 2 minutes of mindfulness can be of great benefit. So start small, and you can slowly increase how much time you want to dedicate based on your comfort. Just try to practice mindfulness for 1 minute for now. Let's try to do nothing for 1 minute together. If you hang in there and make it to the end, you will find a helpful piece of advice from Winnie the Pooh. How did that feel for you? You can comment below, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have. Remember, as the great Winnie the Pooh said, doing nothing often leads to the very best something.